guys, just some dude here. I'm here with my buddy Bob. We're going to be showing you how to throw a hook kick or a round kick or a Muay Thai kick, depending on how much and what you want to add to it. Okay? So if you are Tang Soo Do, Taekwondo, or Muay Thai, this is traditionally a very well thrown kick. You'll see it a lot in MMA. People will be throwing them to the thighs, the midsection, and then the head as well. Cro Cop was one of the guys who was very famous for those high kicks, for those knockouts. So depending on which school of thought and which traditional martial art you came from would be where you are looking to hit on your foot or the bottom of your shin. Alright, so some people like to hit with it down here along the top of your foot area like that. Some people prefer right around the ankle region. Some people prefer the lower shin region like that. It is all depending on how you throw the kick, what you throw the kick for, and where you throw the kick, in my opinion. I suggest learning how to throw it all three ways, doing a little bit of body hardening drills on your bob, your heavy bag, your tree, your banana tree, whatever it is that you're working with. Alright? So first and foremost, you'll be in your stance. Alright, we're starting from the rear leg first. So we're doing a rear leg round kick here. We're not adding movement to this one yet. We are going to be staying as stationary as possible. So to learn this kick first, we want to focus that there is a nail going down through the ball of our foot here. So it can pivot, but that is it. It cannot move. Alright, so later on we will be adding a slight step to it, adding a little bit of movement based on our compass where our opponent and our target is at. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is start with a twist of that foot. As that foot starts to twist, my hips dip and move that way, really elongating my right leg, because this is the leg I'm throwing. Okay, as that happens, I am pushing my weight forward here to then launch off with my rear leg. Now, some people think, should it come around as a chambered motion, as a whip motion, or as a baseball bat? Guys, again, I'm going to say do all three, do what works for you. I'm not particularly fond of the chamber method where you turn around and you go, hey-ya. That's not a me kind of thing. I prefer a whip type motion or a baseball bat, depending on, again, what target I am working on. All right. I also believe that whatever target you are throwing at, say a knee, a rib, or a head, you should be throwing at practical targets. If you're trying to increase your flexibility, sure, if you can get a little bit more around the chest area, do that and really work your way up to a head. That's going to be predominantly based upon how much you twist this leg, though, is the flexibility. Because one kick is not based on that one leg's flexibility, it's based on both legs' flexibility and how you balance yourself between them. Getting back to the kick, my one leg starts to turn, my upper body moves to help me do this, okay? So I'm getting my head off of the center line of bob. So it's somewhat an evasion as well. So it works very efficiently, and you can see this in some MMA fights where someone goes to throw a rear straight or a shovel hook. The other person steps offline, and they can throw that nice rear leg round kick, either taking a rear knee out like that or right across the stomach. Great technique like that. So for this one, we're just turning our upper body. You want to keep your hands up. One of the ways I like to teach this for people keeping their hands up is you get a towel, all right? You have the towel up, you will throw that kick, and you will ring the towel. So my hands are still up in this motion. So as I kick, I will ring the towel. All right, so it's not a very big area there. Talking about the kick itself, throwing at a knee first. All right, I'm here. I will turn, I will throw over. I want my body to be as straight to my target. I'll throw it this way real quick. I want my body to be as straight to my target as possible. I don't want to be leaning up like this. Inside a punching range, I want to be leaning away like that and really counterbalancing my kick as much as I can. As much power to that strike as I can. All right. Same thing goes for a midsection, a rib. Same thing goes for a head. My lean will increase, and my rear leg, the leg my post leg here, becomes my rear leg as I kick, will twist through more. Alright? So I turn it almost the whole way around. And that's really where you see those kick through when you miss. Alright? So again, non-telegraphic, rotational basis of the front foot. Throwing, getting your knee around first for your target before you go, and counterbalancing within that kick. Here, and I want to think of it as a slash, me coming through with a slash. Alright? One good way to throw it. Another good way, very effective way to throw it, and really works depending on your ankle flexibility and mobility and how much you like to move. I find teaching people this kick up front really helps their movement later on. So you have your rear leg, you are center line to center line with the target, heavy bag or bob, whatever you're working on. You're going to step at a slight 45-degree angle, opening up your stance like this. What opening up your stance does is really increase that flexibility in your hips. That will allow you to then add a little bit more power and the acceleration to your rear leg while also changing the angle of your kick. Alright, so instead of me coming right through an angle like this, I'm changing my angle and coming through at an angle like that. This is the compass idea. Okay, so how far you step and the angle you step is based on where your opponent is. If I'm right here with Bob, I'm going to have to step forward at a slight angle to get to Bob. If I am closer to Bob, I'm going to have to step this way a bit more to really hit him with that strike that I want to. Alright, so this is a very small step. We're not really launching ourselves off, throwing that big Muay Thai step there, but it's a very small one, very effective, a little bit telegraphic. Again, you can mimic it with your movement as you're sparring around with someone. Alright, throwing around, over, throw that kick down through. Alright, and then you should also be able to land, come back with another one. Alright, one of my favorite ways to throw this, particularly at a thigh or a knee, is to get my knee a little bit higher and arc it down at my opponent. So I will be here and I will go and really kick back through whatever my opponent is. If you add some footwork to that, back down through. And this would be where you would spin through with a spin back kick, something else, or land, chamber, maybe do a takedown, something like that. But guys, this is a quick and dirty how to throw a rear kick, rear round kick, hook kick, anything like that. If you want to see more of this, please let me know. Thanks.